November of 2023, this is 18 months ago, the world went nuts, at least our world went nuts, when Citi said, hey, we're going to do this pilot program, and we are going to talk to our credit card customers that are engaging and using their mobile app with us and saying to them, hey, you have to switch to digital communications because we know we're still sending you paper. You have to agree to that or you're going to lose access to your account. Now, of course, heads would explode in that, right? Because you're like, wait a second, you're going to hold my account hostage if I don't adopt digital? What's really interesting about this story was covered everywhere. All the different financial news media outlets covered it. I literally have spent the last year and a half trying to figure out what exactly happened here, and I've never been able to get anybody from Citi to talk to me. I've talked to the Wall Street Journal, I've talked to the PR department at Citibank, and they're politely said, thanks, but no thanks, no comment. So really what they were after was, I think, well, first of all, the reason people blew up was because lose access to your account, right? Holding a customer's account hostage if they don't do something, that clearly is over the line. And it's very interesting to me that they took that approach. But they were really focused on this term that Ernie used this morning, double dippers. These are people that are engaging digitally, but still getting stuff in the mail. And the question is, hey, we know you're talking to us, paying your bills, checking your account, doing all this stuff over here. Why? Hey, how about we just stop sending you mail? And that's effectively what they were trying to do. They were trying to get rid of the double dippers. And I don't think Citibank or any bank is trying to say paper should go away entirely. I don't think they believe that's even necessary. They're just trying to say, hey, for those folks that we talk to you online all the time, why do we have to send you paper? So that was a really weird kind of approach. And if you were talk to people around the industry, everybody said, hey, that program disappeared, it blew up because customers were annoyed, they were going to lose access to their account, they were going to go to a different bank, and blah, blah, blah. First of all, customers won't leave if you switch them to digital. A small portion will, but most of them will stick around. And I'm still trying to figure out what the goal of this program was. And I think it is, they want to get rid of a group of customers they didn't want hanging around anymore. Maybe, don't know. Maybe that was their criteria, and it was a success. Because just about every big enterprise like Citi, banking, financial services, insurance, over 80% of them, and Keypoint Intelligence has validated this, have a formal paper suppression digital adoption policy in place today. Keypoint just published that a week and a half ago. I agree with that. That's consistent. I've seen that for years. So I think one of the things you could suggest from this project is that they did it to goad lawmakers into doing something. Because there was just sort of no direction on this. Like, what are we going to do? We know we're spending a lot of money on this print over here that really is kind of a waste. Postage rates are going up. How are we going to get the regulators and lawmakers to look at this and say, help us change this? So this was November. 5 weeks later, there was legislation proposed in Congress called the PAPER Act, the Protecting Against Paperless and Electronic Requirements Act. Basically, this was to say, keep everything the way it is, and oh, by the way, don't force people to adopt digital with, that we're going to take your account access away, right? You can't do that. This thing never went anywhere. It's still sitting in committee, as far as I can tell, never got any traction. This view was really sort of the current market view, really focused on consent. Like, paper shows up first because that's the way you've always done it. If you want something different, you have to consent into an alternative, right? So it's really sort of preserving the way things sort of kind of are today. Then we have the more interesting one. So the first bill was middle of December. Then in February, we had the Improving Disclosure for Investors Act. Thomas Tillis from North Carolina co-sponsored this with my senator from Colorado, John Hickenlooper. It was read twice, referred to committee. If you wanted to comment on it, your comments were due 2 days ago. They didn't ask specifically for input on this question, but I did submit, if any of you saw my email, I did submit my support for the Improving Disclosures for Investors Act. One thing that's really interesting about it doesn't apply to banking. It's only stuff regulated by the SEC. This does not cover insurance. This does not cover banking. This does not cover healthcare. This is financial services communication, statements, balances, notices, buy, sell, trades, all that kind of stuff, right? There's also, so it's not about banking. And there's nothing about charging fees or prohibiting a financial services firm in the future of charging if a customer does opt into paper. So basically what this is saying is, unlike the Paper Act, which wanted to kind of keep things the way they are, sort of paper first, consent into digital, basically what the financial services firms are saying, hey, can we wipe the slate clean, push everybody to digital, and for those people that want print, we don't care what the reason, great, they can opt back in. So this is not taking away anybody's choice, but it's clearing out, flushing out all those people that are those double dippers that they want to get rid of, okay? That's fundamentally what this is about.